Oh. 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 Welcome to Meaningful Mornings and a joyous Bhagavati Sita Jayanti. Today is the birth date of Devi Sita. The word Sita means furrow, like you would see in a farmer's field. More deeply or comprehensively, Sita means earth. So where are we all living? In Sita. I was sharing with our Devis recently. A kumbha, or a vessel, is traditionally made of earth, of clay. And it's just called a kumbha, or a vessel. Yet in our culture, when someone we respect and love and revere comes to our home or our school, our business, we offer a purna kumbha. Purna means filled. That is when this earth is filled with water. Then it's not a kumbha, it's a purna kumbha. In this whole tradition, the water is symbolic for bhakti, for devotion. Devi Sita's an icon of bhakti. She was filled with Bhagwan Rama. And what's amazing about this, when she was physically absent from him, she was even more filled with Bhagwan Rama. She is a Purna Kumbha. And how we can celebrate her birthday. Om Ramaya Namaha. We are also earth. This is called Annamaya. But to be filled with bhakti, devotion, especially as Meaningful Mornings comes to a completion, we have an 18-day pause. I hope when we are not physically together, we are absent, that you will remember Bhagavad Gita more, that you will write Om Ramaya Namaha twice as much. In verses 4 through 11, Sri Krishna overtly shares, I am in them. Spirit is in matter. He ended this thought with verse 11. He shares, of the strong, I am strength. Sri Krishna's strength is not the one where there's a desire from escaping from pain. Desire for pleasure, possession, position is all an escape from pain. Sri Krishna is the desire for embracing peace. That is a permanent strength. In verse 12, he shifts his teaching, makes this more subtle. I am consciousness. I express as the creator, which then gets expressed as creation. And he uses the technical term guna. Creation is a game of gunas, constantly changing combinations and permutations. And then he finishes verse 12 by sharing, I am not in them. Verses 4 to 11, I am in them. Verse 12, I am not in them. Comma, they are in me. I'm going to read to you some of Pujaswami Chinmayananda's writings about the need for reflection. And I had shared the need for a personal guide to help us with this personal map. This verse concludes with a beautiful statement which reads like a conundrum. Such an arresting statement is an art deliberately indulged in by the Hindu philosophical writers. This has the charm that invites an independent intellectual investigation by the student, all by himself, upon the declaration, in order that he may find the sweet secret of its true import and significance. Still, I am not in them, they are in me. Sri Krishna is a master teacher. Bhagavad Gita is a master teaching. Try your best to approach this with humility. We cannot be in the head of Sri Krishna. We can barely be in the head of Prince Arjuna. This is about you. Adding ways to personalize this. Yesterday I shared, change the word I to awareness and them to thoughts. Did you all reflect on that? I will add more now. Change the word in, with brackets, change it to depend. Depend. Then it would read as, I do not depend on them, they depend on me. Makes sense, no? How did I learn this? This is not Vivek's thought. I learned this from my guide, who learned it from his guide, who learned it from his guide, who learned it from Bhagavati Sita. Let me add some more references. The finite depends on the infinite, not the other way around. Acknowledge. Waves depend on water, not the other way around. Here's where you continue to acknowledge. Creation depends on the creator, not the other way around. Pujaswami Tejomayananda went to the extent of hair depends on the body. The body does not depend on hair. I find what is most practical is thoughts depend on awareness. Awareness does not depend on thoughts. We're so stuck in overthinking when they are just thoughts. The comprehensive teaching of verse 12, there is only me. I do not depend on them, they depend on me. There is no them. There is only me. And this will be revisited later in Bhagavad Gita when we're more prepared. I believe in chapter 9, Sri Krishna will overtly share, there is no them. Yet, every moment of every day we feel the finite, the waves, creation, our hair, most definitely our thoughts. Why? Verse 13 is a famous verse. Verse 14 is even more famous. We're getting into a section of famous verses, and we'll complete our semester with that. 13. Tribir gunamayer bhavaihi ebhi sarvamidam jagat mohitam nabhijanati mamebhyah paramavyayam. Tribihi, by three. Gunamayehi, or gunamayaha. These three are in the form of gunas. Bhavaihi, and these gunas have a quality, a nature. This is the translation. Here is the implication. Guna, in a physical sense, means rope. And that's an apt word because ropes, when we think of it, they tend to limit us. We tie things with ropes. Guna also means quality. And the three qualities are laziness, aggressiveness, and quietness. Now, coming back to what I had shared, that consciousness expresses as gunas, for those who are tamasic, lazy, the only relationship they have with consciousness or the infinite, they only tune into their existence. They're lazy. That's all they feel that infinity is existence. Those who are rajasic, their personalities are more pure. They can tune in to both the existence and the awareness facets of infinity. You're with me? But the most important part of what I'm sharing with you, those who are sattvic, filled with quietness, they know infinity is not just existence, not just awareness, but also joy. The rarest personality feels that life is more than existence awareness, but life is joy. This is further emphasized in the second quarter. Abhi, by these gunas, sarvam, which means all. Idam, this, jagat, multiverse. The entire multiverse is made up of combinations and permutations of the gunas. Giving you more to reflect on. Stones, plants, and animals are predominantly tamasic. Humans are predominantly, we are made of rajas. And the semi-gods, they have different words, suras, devas, etc. They are predominantly sattvic. So these gunas play out in all facets of creation. Now, the more important part of this verse, the third quarter, these gunas, mohitam. They confuse us, they confound us. Then what happens? Na abhijanati. We get stuck in the gunas, forgetting about consciousness. Pujya Swami Chinmayananda, Pujya Swami Tejomayananda have described the gunas as moods. When you're in a mood, we say that, like, my kid's in that mood right now, or my boss is in that mood right now. When one is moody, can they go deeper? Not possible. What is a mood? A thought. Nothing more. See, we try to extract more from our experiences than actually happens. An emotion and a thought are the same. We just add more reality to the thought so it becomes an emotion. But what is it finally? A thought. What did we learn in Dhyana Yoga? They're just thoughts. Chant, inquire, observe. That is the way not to be confused, not to be confounded. In a simple sense, don't be moody. A moodha is one who's moody. Mam ebhyaha param avyayam, the one who is stuck in their thoughts, they can never know that I'm beyond the thoughts, that I am awareness. Here Sri Krishna is introducing, without specifying, that will come in the next verse. We do not know consciousness because of Maya. Maya expresses as the gunas. When we do not know consciousness, all we experience is limits. Consciousness, that's the spirit. Limits, that's the gunas, the ropes. Please reflect. This continues in the next set of verses. From inspiration to application. Your application yesterday was to ensure that you're registered for the Contentment Challenge, especially as I described today how Bhagavati Sita was and is. Om Ramaya Namaha. She is a Purna Kumbha, despite being in the worst context. You are not in the worst context, okay? You may feel that, but you are not. You feeling that is just thoughts. Change your thoughts to Om Ramaya Namaha. Your application for this morning. Yesterday, we completed Chick Culture. We facilitated this space for young adults to dig deeper. For 10 weeks, 40 young adults from across North America would join, and we would think about love, loving oneself, loving one's friends, loving society, and so on. This was very meaningful. What I want you to do is, I want you to rate yourself. 1 being awful, 100 being awesome. How much, how well are you caring for young adults? The young adults in your life, they're Gen Y, I think, who knows? How well are you caring for them? Rate yourself. Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi. Be safe, be sound, be serene, be joy.